Welcome to Enots Engineering. I'm Alan. In today's video we're looking at a 32-piece set of gauge blocks from Banggood. Now if you don't know what gauge blocks are, keep watching the video. So let's go into the workshop and take a look. Today we're looking at this set of gauge blocks from Banggood. So let's have a look what you get in the box. You get some paperwork which we'll have a look at later. So these are a set of gauge blocks, slip gauges or Johansson blocks. I say Johansson blocks because they were originally made by a Swedish engineer, Carl Johansson, and the original set was made in 1896. This set is a set of 32 blocks. They're grade 0 and it has a part number of 57845. That number is the unique number for this set. Each block has been wrapped in tissue paper and has some grease on to prevent it from going rusty. It also comes with a calibration certificate which we'll look at later. If we look at one of the blocks, this is the 30mm block. You can see it's marked with the size, and at the bottom it has the number of the block. Each block has a different part number and they're listed on the calibration certificate, and on the sheet that comes with it it's listed 7 different sets. In this case it's a 32 here, and it tells you how many slip gauges you've got in the set and what the sizes are. So what do you use them for? You can use them for checking your micrometers, your digital calipers, setting your sine bar, your lathe digital readout, or your milling machine digital readouts. Well, I've taken 2 out the set. This is a 30mm one. This one is a 2mm one. You can see they both have the gauge ID on the bottom there. And I've cleaned the protective film off the mating side. So to ring the gauges, that means fit them together. You take the required gauge blocks and hold the second one with the clean faces across at 90 degrees, then turn them parallel, slide them along so that they're level. And what we've done, we've expelled the air from the 2 surfaces so the surface of the gauges are touching each other, and with no air between them it fixes itself to that gauge. And that gauge is now attached to the 31. Now to take them apart, you twist it 90 degrees so there's less surface contact. You can see it's still holding, and once you lift it off the air gets in and it comes apart. It's not magnetic, it's just the molecules on the surface of the gauges have been lapped that smooth that when they come together they expel all the air and the 2 gauges appear to stick together. And again, to remove them, just turn it 90 degrees and it comes apart. I can use the 30mm slip gauge to check my digital caliper. See there, that's okay. And also check, this is a 1 to 2 inch mic. Just convert 30mm to inches. And that looks like 1.181 just over. And 30mm is 1.1811. Plus you can set your comparator with the slip gauge, whatever size you're looking for. This is the certificate of inspection or calibration certificate. You can see on the list, it lists each slip gauge. Each slip gauge has a part number on it, and it gives you the size of that slip gauge, whether it's plus or minus and how much out it is to the nominal
in parts of a micron.
And that goes through all the slip gauges that are in the set. It also states that we're tested at 20 degrees centigrade. So you might think, well, what do I need all that for? Well, if you're looking for really accurate sizing, you need to know the size of each slip gauge. Although the nominal is, on this case, 1.005, it's saying on that slip gauge it is plus 0.25 of a micron. Now that is that small that if you're milling or turning, you wouldn't worry about that distance. But if you're using 4 or 5 slip gauges to make up a size, then you can take the deviation into account by adding the differences up. So if you have a closer look, you can see every slip gauge has got its own identification number, the nominal size here, and the actual size here that was measured. And it's saying some are plus, some are minus, and some of them are exactly size. Grade 0 is inspection grade, grade 1 is tool room, and grade 2 is workshop grade. Well, that's the 32 gauge block set from Banggood, and I would say it would probably cost me more to get these calibrated than it did to buy them. So thanks for watching, hope that was interesting, and we'll see you next time on Enots Engineering.